Hey y'all,
Hey,
I'm Sarah,
I'm Kaitlyn.
and we are your best friends.
Welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to be talking about 3 tips on confidence. This video is just a quick reminder on how to be confident because it's not what you think it is, okay? We're all talking about wanting to be confident, but we're getting a lot of bad advice, all right? This is different.
Before we get into it, please subscribe to this journal. Subscribe to this channel. I know why I said that, because I was going to say subscribe to this channel, join our friend group. Subscribe to this channel, join our friend group. We love having you here. And without any further ado, we're just going to jump right in. Confidence is not a personality style. Yeah, I think it's so valid and important to say what confidence isn't, because it's not personality. So many of us, especially at a young age, because of movies and things that we see around us, we start to believe, because even teachers and adults always pick the kid who looks like this certain personality. So we start to believe that's what confidence is. And it is not. It's not the person with the most outgoing personality and the most like out there kind of thing. Confidence, literally
the loudest.
Yes, what you're thinking about with confidence, that is not what true confidence is. That's what this world pins it at. That's what your eyes might naturally even gravitate towards as confidence, but that is not true confidence.
No. For me personally, I always wanted to be more confident. And part of that came from not even recognizing what confidence wasn't. Like you're saying, I've always been a more quiet, reserved, laid back personality. I like having fun and being goofy, but I'm not the super loud, like star of the show, like typical leader that people look. I'd say they look, oh yeah, that kid's a natural leader. That kid's naturally so confident. So for a long time, every year, I'd like set my New Year's resolutions and I'd be like, this year, I'm gonna be more confident. And for me, I envisioned myself by the end of the year being this loud, outgoing, crazy, like everyone talking to everyone, super social, crazy personality. And the problem is that's just not how God made me. For people who are like that, those people could be confident, which we're gonna get into, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they are confident. And even when I joined my sorority, this is a specific memory that I have, but during sorority rush, like they do the rush videos. They're just videos during rush of the sorority. I saw this video of my sorority and the girls just look so typical confident. They're so loud, they're so outgoing, they're so social and bubbly, and I'm like, that's what I want to be. Like at the end of the 4 years, I want to be confident like that. And that's why I chose that sorority. Awkward thing is, that's not even what confidence is. So I spent so much time being insecure just in who I was, not even realizing that I can still be confident and be my reserved, chill self.
Yeah, it's so funny how us humans can watch a 3-second clip and then work our whole entire lives to attain the emotion that 3-second clip portrayed.
No, for real.
But for this first one, it hits home because I am that outward looking where people saw confidence. And so even from that point, you get to see where there is a whole other deep layer of things in your personal life.
Number 2 tip for confidence is that confidence is inward, not outward.
Growing up, me being an extremely typical, outgoing, confident, literally fill it in, that's me, that's my vibes, okay? I still, though, was not dumbly confident where I was this thing and I wasn't like deep and stuff. I still valued people. I still would have one-on-one conversations. You know those confident people who it's almost like they don't care about anybody. They'll just talk to you and then they'll move forward. That wasn't how I was. And so I would get to know people who were quieter. And I would always affirm quiet people in this sense. I said, I love how you are. Even since a young age, I would say, I think you're so cool. And they're like, why? And it's funny because to them, they think that like they're so confused. They've never heard somebody say that they're so cool in this sense. For me, I thought they were cool because they could sit in a room and not feel pressure to impress anybody. Now, that doesn't still mean that they had confidence. That doesn't mean that they still could like feel not confident on the inside. But I like that vibe. I think it's a perfect picture of what we mean by confidence is inwards. It's not outwards. Confidence is not something that you know you have because it exudes like these qualities that people notice, confidence is almost like this anchor inside of you, where no matter what anybody says, no matter what you look like, no matter how you look that day, there's this steady something inside of you that knows who you are and knows that you're allowed to be mellow one day and you're allowed to be very hyped the other. And it's not this pressure to perform for anybody. Confidence is very much like an anchor in our soul. It knows who it is on the inside, and it has nothing to do with what people say you are on the outside.
And when I was really struggling with my confidence, that's something that Sarah told me, and it really helped me a lot. She said, actually, people might look at you and think that you are so confident because you're so mysterious and reserved. And why are you laughing?
Because it's true.
No, literally, she gave me this whole different perspective where actually people could look at me and think, that girl is so cool. She doesn't even feel a need to float around the room and talk to everyone and all those things. That really helped me a lot, and it really does show that confidence is about your inward perspective, not the outward, because when I started changing my belief about that and about my personality, I did become more confident because I felt secure in who I was, because I saw myself from that different perspective.
Yeah.
I'm not awkward. I'm not shy. I'm not anything like that. I'm just me, and I can go to these groups, and sometimes I do have days where I'm super social and I'm floating around and I'm talking to everyone. But why did I get that? I got that because I was first secure in just being my chill, mellow, reserved self. And so that perspective definitely helped me a lot. You never know how other people are looking at you. Not that it matters, but it can be helpful to realize it's not a bad thing that the way you are.
Why do we have to say that you're shy? Why can't you just be Kaitlyn? You know what I mean? We have to label her as shy, awkward, and the girl who doesn't talk a lot, or we can literally just label her as Kaitlyn and we're gonna accept her for how she is and appreciate it, which that's what you did. You're like, I'm done with just saying I'm these things. I am who I am, and I also can change every day depending on how I'm changing.
Even social anxiety, we label sometimes it as social anxiety when it's just you might just be made that more reserved way.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Tip number 3, true confidence can only be found in God.
When I was growing up, this is the phrase I always heard for confidence. I heard it from my teachers, from people I respected in my life, all these things. When I would tell them that I struggled being confident, they would say, fake it till you make it. And I did make a video on my personal confidence journey where I talk about this, so you can watch that. We'll link it in the cards. They would always say, fake it till you make it, which once again goes back to all this stuff we're talking about. Faking it looks like outward personality traits, pretending to look a certain way when you don't feel it on the inside. And the reason why I just really want to close this video out with saying true confidence only comes from God is because really, until I truly became a believer, did I find my confidence. And that's because I had an internal belief that changed inside of me, that I was made by a creator the way that I am for a reason, that he has a plan for me, and that when he looks at me, he sees something different than when other people look at me. So I stopped looking so much how other people look at me. And what I will say with this one is, this is an ever-evolving journey. To this day, and even this week, I'm finding lacks in my heart that I need God to fill. I still seek affirmation and validation from people around me, so I'm still not technically fully confident in God yet.
None of us ever will be.
Not in this life, baby. No, it's a journey. But the more time that I spend trying to find that confidence in external things, you plug in whatever external thing that is for you. It could be just in yourself. It could be in validation, accomplishments, achievements. The more time I spend searching for that confidence anywhere other but God, who's the source of confidence, I truly am wasting my time. And God will teach me lessons through that. So yes, it's not technically a full waste of time, but I'm not getting anywhere. So this is a continual journey, but when you know that the creator of the universe loves you and sees the value in you and has a plan for you, when you live with that internally in your heart, that's not an action quick fix thing. That's something, an internal belief that has to change, that will truly begin to alter the way you walk throughout your life. It'll begin to alter the decisions that you make, because you no longer look to people to say you're cool or you're this or you're that. It really does alter the track of your life, but that's really not a quick fix solution that we can just give you and you can now go say, okay, I believe this now. No, it's a journey that God takes you on, and it takes time but that is the only way to true confidence.
And you know, last thing I'll say is that I just feel like telling you to, even for me, confidence and stuff like that, we're being foolish if we think that confidence, like we as humans take slivers of things, pieces of our life, and we say, here I was confident, here I was not. But what if we looked at our life as like from beginning to end, this whole beautiful journey? Because yeah, like today I might not be that confident, but tomorrow I will be. So what really am I? But that's what we do. We watch a 3-second video of something and we literally are like, I want that. But that is not all of life. That is a second. So we do that to ourselves too. And you might watch this video then, and you might watch us, and you might watch the wisdom that we're sharing with you, and you might compare to our 3-second sliver of what we're sharing and say, I literally have never done that. I'm not enough. I cannot attain that. You're right, because we're not talking about you just being this one-dimensional human being. That's not even how God views us. He sees us from beginning until end. He sees us for all the things, for our heart and everything. So don't place this weight on you to be this one thing, because we are so complex. We're beautiful human beings who are so much more than just a day. And literally about a year ago, I came crashing down realizing that I totally was not confident when it came to like how I viewed myself with guys. And even to this day, now I'm still walking through it. So it's like, we ain't perfect here. And I think true confidence knows that our confidence doesn't come in our perfection, but in the fact that God loves us right now.
Exactly.
Can't go wrong there.
No.
Because God will never let us down. Right?
Yep, we'll let ourselves down. We waver. Our confidence is like this a lot. But God is our anchor.
That's right. So that's what we got for y'all today. You got anything else?
Please subscribe to our channel. Turn our phone booth.
And we'll see you in the next video. Bye.